Tech for Techs. Today we're going to be looking at this. This is F-Secure Total. It's internet security and VPN all in one package. Okay, today we're going to have a quick look at F-Secure Total, which includes your VPN and everything. The main features are virus protection, browsing and banking protection, parental control, private and protected, virtual location, Wi-Fi security, password storage and password synchronization. Okay, so once you've purchased it and basically set up your account and everything, you'll get a screen like this. It'll tell you how many subscription days are left at the top, how many licenses and so forth, and to renew. It will say your name in the center. Obviously that is not my name, that's my partner's name, but if you want to call me Jennifer, feel free. But here we go. So basically you can see the two devices we've already got it set up on. So for example, this device is protected when it was installed, and you also have family rules on there as well, so you can set up like your parental control, so you can put time limits on it, so you can allow the device basically to turn on and off at certain times, bedtimes and so forth. So you can actually basically stop the kids using the computer in certain times. So let's just say they stay up in all night playing on computer games and you don't know it, you can actually set this up and it will actually stop them. So that's pretty good. You've got content filtering as well. Bear in mind this is down per account, so once it is set up, it'll basically stop that specific account accessing this type of content. With stuff like social media, dating, hate and so forth, you just basically click edit and then tick the bits you do or do not want. The only thing I don't like on there is, for example, social networking. Some kids do use social networking, specific platforms which are okay for them, and then other ones are not, but this only gives you the option to block social networks full stop, so you can't block individual ones. So if you just wanted to block, for example, Facebook, you can't, you've got to block everything. You've got some settings on there as well, and it says your profile name. Obviously that's where you can set it up on your different profiles, so when you start the machine it asks you to log in under Bill, Bob, Jennifer, Phil's account or whatever, then this will be set up on whichever account you set it up for. So that gives you a rough idea. I'm just going to disable those on there. But if you're setting up a new device, you click on where it says add new device. You can choose, is it my device, is it a child's device or someone else's. You press continue. Do you want it on this PC, or is it going to go on another device like a tablet or whatever? So, and then you click download for Windows. Once it's downloaded, you just basically run the setup and it installs pretty much automatically with a few next buttons and so forth. At the top of the page you do have a total apps section, so you can see Safe, which is basically your security, Freedom, which is your VPN, you've got Key, which is obviously for your passwords and stuff, and then the Sense is basically an extra thing they want you to buy, which is basically secure your router basically. Okay, so we've downloaded F-Secure, put it onto the machine. You can again see at the top F-Secure, F-Secure Safe. Even though it's a total, the actual total section and the password thing is obviously bits you have to set up separately, so it's not all in one program, so it's actually 2 or 3 different programs. It tells you if your computer is protected on the first page, virus protection is active, browser protection is active. Same, we don't have the extension in use, so obviously it's up to you if you want to set that up. All security features are up to date. You can do a virus scan, or you can go into settings. Let's just click on settings. Are you sure you want to do this? And then it gives you all your different things, so you can turn on and off virus protection at the top right. You've got deep guard on there as well, ransomware protection. You can view excluded protected folder. You've got your firewall. You can change your settings of the firewall on there, but it does actually take you to the Windows firewall, so I'm guessing it sort of works in conjunction with the Windows firewall there. So browsing protection, you've got block suspicious websites and so forth. Banking protection, which is there, which to be honest we didn't actually see what this did, because when we went on the bank website, okay, you get a little thing pop up saying that you're getting protected, but it still allowed all the other websites and notifications in the background to go ahead. So I'm presuming the class in all these places is safe, so it doesn't specifically say which web pages it blocks or stops. You've got other settings, manual scanning, you've got view quarantine at the bottom, scheduled scanning, and browser extensions, so you can put all those on. Under family rules on the left, you've got your stuff like your bedtime monitoring, content filtering, but that's where you have to log into the F-Secure on the website to change these settings, which I showed you a few minutes ago. So these bits are not done through the app itself, they're done on the website, which could potentially be good because it means you wouldn't have to actually log on to the person's computer to change the settings. You could do it in a way sort of remotely through the cloud. So you change the settings on their F-Secure website, and then it changes the bedtime of whoever's machine it is and so forth. You've got tools on there, so you've got virus scan options, so you've got virus scan, full computer scan, change settings, app and file control, which you've got block, excluded, protected and so forth. You've got allow and denied websites, so you can block specific websites if you want. Recent events, check for updates, submit a sample. That's so someone they want to basically get F-Secure to check something themselves to see if it is okay or not. You've got Windows firewall settings, and then you've got turn off all security settings. Then you've got F-Secure itself, My F-Secure, protect more devices. You have to again log into the website to do any of that. And then you've got Get Password Manager on there. Password Manager, obviously it's one of those things is if you want to use it or not. Personally, I'm not a fan because there's been plenty of places where password managers have been hacked, and obviously most of these places keep all your passwords online in the cloud under one account. So if you lose your details to log in an account, you lose or forget all your passwords, or if they get hacked, then all your passwords are potentially vulnerable. There's more information about that on our website, but otherwise that's the main program. Okay, now let's have a look at the F-Secure Freedom, which is their VPN software basically. You can see on here that the protection is currently off, location is London, you can see harmful sites blocked, tracking attempts made, so you can see when it was turned on it was actually stopping tracking attempts. You can see how many megabytes of data has been protected. You've got other options on there, browse and protection. This feature is currently not in use because Freedom is off. Obviously you can turn all that on. Tracking protection again is on there, so again you can turn that on and off. Obviously the program's off, so it says it's off. You've got tracker mapper and everything on there, so you can basically see how your information's been tracked. It tells you all about it all there, and you show the map, start new log. So what happens is you basically surf a few websites and come back for the results a bit later. So I'm just going to close that for now. And then you've got your settings on there, which you can change and so forth. You can turn it on as soon as the machine starts, or you can start it manually. And you've got your subscription and help information there. But on the main Freedom page, as you can see, protection on. As you can see when you turn it on, sorry, protection off, it says protection's off. When you click it, and again it says connecting, and it is on, so you know it's actually connected up. Obviously when I put the tracking mapper on, it turned it back on. I'm going to turn it off for now, just show you what speed my internet is. So run speed test. I'm on my office network at the moment, which would get roughly 70 megabytes, as you can see there. So it's not the fastest in the office. Astor's a little bit quicker, about 350, but that's good enough for what we need it to do here. So the download speed is what we're watching mainly. So as you can see, 67.9. So as soon as I turn the F-Secure protection on, keeping the location in the UK, or London as it says there, it says we're protected. We'll rerun that test and have a look how fast it is. So our internet speed has dropped a bit down to around about 50 megabytes. This actually also happened when we tested it with our 350 megabyte internet connection. The speed also dropped to around about 50 megabytes. So there must be some sort of limitation to the maximum speed, which is still pretty quick, but you will notice when you are surfing some web pages it will slow down. So let's just say if we changed our location to let's go somewhere quite close. Let's go, say, Germany. Okay, so going on Germany, it says it's connecting, connection is on. We'll run the speed test now and see what sort of speed we get. So again, it's a lot slower, so 40 megabytes, 45 megabytes and so forth, maybe 47 on average, so it is a bit slower again. And again, we found a similar thing on our faster internet, it dropped to the same sort of speed. Now if we were to go to, let's just say, the United States, Asia, North America, here we go, so let's just say the east coast of the United States, and we'll put the protection on. You can see location east coast, and then if we run a speed test there, so again you're getting under 40 now. We found this fluctuates sometimes. We've sometimes got as low as 3.5 megabytes and sometimes as high as around about 50. On average it's usually between around about the 30 and 45 megabyte speed. But even though the speed, download speed, is still 40 meg, we have noticed that the it's a lot slower when you are surfing. So if I do a search on the internet for car, click on images, or images should I say, and that's with the VPN off. If I go back to Google now, put it back on for the East Coast, and then do a search for a car, waiting. Sometimes when doing searches and stuff you can find things noticeably slower, and then other times it seems pretty quick, so that's not too bad actually. So there's no issue there. So let's go on to the mapper now and have a look, see what happened. Or see what it says. So we've got a 1 Google on there and a question mark, so one unknown attempt basically. So it doesn't give us much information, but again we haven't done that much. But one thing we have noticed when using this is one of the main reasons people use VPNs is so they can access media streaming in foreign countries, which is fine and well. But if we go to, let's turn F-Secure protection on, or the VPN on should I say, we'll leave it as Hong Kong. Let's go to Netflix. First of all, you can see it's taking a long time to load. Searching, and this is what we found sometimes, is sometimes it's very slow. So you can see the different shows on there, which is good. So you can click on whatever you're wanting, show wise. So let's just say, well, let's pick any of these. Oh look, streaming error, something went wrong. Using an unblocker or a proxy, so it won't let us on. And basics is it will do the same for whatever country you decide to go for. So you go for United States, East Coast, you go to Netflix. Again, it'll pick up you're in the correct country. Oh, it's not even letting us on now. Let's try again. Okay, it'll let you in, it'll give you different things, so it is localized. There is stuff on there which we cannot see in the UK, but let's just say you wanted to watch this Black Earth Rising. You click on it, and again, streaming error. And it's exactly the same for Amazon Prime as well. So if you're wanting to access Netflix and Amazon Prime using the service, unfortunately it won't work. So I recommend, if you want to use the VPN, you just use it for safety reasons. But unfortunately it does slow your computer down, or should I say your internet down, while you're surfing sometimes, and other times it'll be a lot quicker. So if I was to turn protection off, and then I'll just go straight to Netflix on that. First of all, it's come on a lot quicker, and let's just say I wanted to watch, I don't know, The Great Wall. It comes on play straight away. So as you can see, it's nothing to do with the account, nothing changed on the machine or anything like that other than the VPN. So the VPN does actually block you watching these streaming services, unfortunately. If it do it the other way, let's just say you were in the United States and you wanted to see the UK Netflix for whatever reason, you're on holiday, or BBC, or who knows, it may work, it may not. But going from the UK to anywhere, I've tried Germany, France, Hong Kong, USA, and we cannot access any of the content. So to sum it up, this is a very good security program. While it may be a little funny about I'll be funny about passwords and stuff, the product as a whole is a good one, and it does what it says. Apart from the VPN about the streaming, we've been unable to get that to work. Without meaning to sound harsh, I think they may have overloaded it a little bit with all the extra features in there, from parental control to the passwords, VPN and everything as well. I know it's the total product, which includes everything, but it'd be nice to have it all within one program rather than split between separate programs, which you have to install separately. So it'd be nice for them to actually combine it all to one. The VPN sometimes can slow you down to a crawl, and it can make it really tedious and slow, especially if you're on a very fast internet connection. For example, in our store we're on a 350 megabyte connection, generally fluctuates anywhere between 290 and 350. As soon as the VPN's turned on, no matter where we are in the UK or the world on the VPN, it slows us down to around about 50 to 60 megabytes, which is quite unfortunate. So don't get me wrong, it's a good product. It does pretty much what it says. Obviously you've got the password protector and everything else like that, and again, and the parental control and so forth, but I would just like it all in one package on one screen to be able to control. Okay, if it linked into the cloud as well, so you could alter it on the cloud as well, that would be brilliant. But it would be nice to go onto the specific machine, click on where it says family rules, and rather than it having to say you've got to log into the website, to basically be able to let you do it there and prompt you for your main account password to change the settings. But otherwise, I'd say it probably just needs a bit of a trim, to be honest, and a bit of a polishing, but it is still a good product. So the standout points: parental control, that was basically awesome. Would highly recommend it to a family. Again, nice if they did implement it straight into the program itself. All the pros, as I said: parental control, eco-friendly packaging, as in it's on just a little card, ease of installation, runs very quietly, virus scan is quick and easy, detailed printed reports if you want, and it looks quite professional. And it's got that bedtime feature for kids, which can be quite handy, especially if your kids don't go to bed on time, or you want to set a certain period where they're doing homework. Well, bear in mind, most of the time homework involves them being on a computer. But negatives: the VPN makes the internet go slow to a snail's pace sometimes. Other times it's a bit quicker, but it can drop your speed drastically if you're on a fast connection. If you're on a slower connection already, you probably wouldn't notice or notice much. The online banking feature didn't really specify what it was or wasn't doing. It says it was basically stopping it so other things wouldn't obviously affect the banking and so forth, but everything seemed to work in the background when I logged into the bank. Facebook still works, YouTube worked, notifications kept popping up, so obviously it's only supposed to stop bad things, but what are bad things? It's a little steep, the price, possibly, if you're wanting all these features, especially when they're actually all separate programs and not specifically all tied into one program. But again, I'm not going to complain too much because it is a good product, but you actually realistically buying roughly 3 products in one package rather than them all being in one program on its own. But otherwise, closing thoughts is it is good. We've given it a gold award. You can check more info on our website at www.techfortext.co.uk. But as I said, we are happy to give this a gold award, but it does need a little bit of trimming and a bit of polish on there, and it could be a lot better.